Feast your eyes, folks, on an extremely rare Kawasaki hyperbike. Kawasaki, Suzuki, Honda, Yamaha, they were all in battle for supremacy of not only the superbike, but the hyperbike model. And Kawasaki had a one-up Honda six-cylinder CBX with their own six-cylinder, except for this one was much more advanced, liquid-cooled, 200 more cc's, 128 horsepower, 138 mile-per-hour top speed, 11-second quarter mile. This is the sport version, the stripped-down one. Mr. Joy had a collection of 13 superbikes. When he passed away, we purchased all these from his estate. This one has no miles on it, 10,000 original miles on it. No evidence of it ever being dropped. The gauges are in beautiful condition. Has the original factory paint everywhere on the bike except for the left side cover. The left side cover had been lost, so we have, as a replacement, side cover from another KZ-1300 on it. The bike's all original besides the side cover. The original air shocks, original seat, original tailpiece. If you've ever heard one of these with a Kirker header on it, they sound absolutely freaking amazing. This would be a super awesome bike to do like an Eddie Lawson replica paint job on it with a quarter fairing and a header and some piggyback shocks. This would be a kick-ass street sport bike, or leave it original and stock the way it is and just enjoy it. The man mechanic, Jeff Castine, put a bunch of work into this. He took the gas tank off, took the carburetors off, cleaned out the air box and air filter, flushed all the fluids out of it, new oil, new antifreeze, and completely dismantled the carburetors and rebuilt the carburetors. These are very sophisticated triple carburetors that have 2 barrels each, so they're triple 2 barrels. I think that's the right way to pronounce it. Double overhead cam, liquid cooled, shaft drive, 5-speed transmission, triple disc brakes, air shocks in the rear and the front, long travel front forks on it. The bike is in absolutely awesome original condition. There is some patina from 40+ years that you'd expect, but it's the original paint. It's got obviously patina on it. If you wanted to make it brand new, you could just put a new paint job on it. It does have a rear tire on it that looks like it's got maybe 100 miles on it. The rear tire's got tons of tread on it. The front tire has about 60–70% tread. It's got a little bit of cracking on the sidewalls. I would think maybe a new front tire would be in order. And get on it and go, man. It's the heavy lifting's been done. The carb and the engine have been tuned to perfection. It's been through the detail department. They steam cleaned it. All the nuts and bolts were polished. All of the aluminum was polished. All the chrome was polished. All the painted surfaces were polished. It was given what's called a rotisserie detail. They painted the center stand and the side stand, touched up the swing arm, the rims, the forks, the calipers. Everything was cleaned up nice on it, and she's ready to go. Definitely a conversation piece. Absolutely an awesome core bike if you wanted to create a world-class hyper bike, cafe racer, and or a pristine original NOS restoration. Make it look like it just came out of the box. Basically, you'd put a new paint job on it, some new tires, and maybe a little rechroming, and it's all there. Very hard to come by like this with this low miles. Edward had 13 bikes. 2 of them were touring bikes. He rode the touring bikes more often than this. This one basically was on display quite a bit. It looks awesome sitting on the center stand. It's got a very similar profile to the KZ-1000 of that era with the tailpiece, the mag wheels, and it's just a cool ride. Junior, would you like to add anything about this classic hyper bike?
Yeah, man, it's total freaking classic, and definitely hard to come by. They're total hen's teeth and a gem of a motor. So
we already have one on display in the museum, courtesy of one of our benefactors, that's been restored to new. This is an unrestored original. They're only original once. Very hard to find any classic 1980 bike with 10,000 original miles on it that runs this good, let alone a 6-cylinder super bike. So good luck finding a nicer original one that's for sale. This one's all there, right down to the exhaust, the engine guards, all the lights are intact. The only thing I found that didn't work was the left blinker needs a bulb. Maybe put some new handlebar grips. I'm not a big fan of these foam grips, and they're cracking. A couple handlebar grips, some new tires, new front tire, and ride her off into the sunset. If you have any questions, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.